Hi, Husky artist. Mrs. Buckland here to let you know a little bit about your art supplies for this quarter. When you or your parents come to pick up your laptops and other classroom materials, you will also get some art materials. I'll do another video later to go over those with you and explain the differences between some of those different supplies. But today I want to talk to you about sketchbooks. This is something that everybody brings every quarter to art. You need your own. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of different options for sketchbooks. I want you to pick what is best for you. Okay, whatever thing you want to draw on, that's what you bring. So here's some different options. To be very simple, very easy, you could quite literally take some copy paper and staple it together. Sketchbook. It literally needs to be a bunch of paper stuck together. That's all. It doesn't need to be anything special. You could fold this in half, punch some holes down the spine, and sew this together. Sketchbook. Okay. You could take this and put it in a 3-hole folder. I don't have one right now. 3-hole folder sketchbook. Okay. It does not have to be something atrociously expensive. It can be a notebook. That's fine. A half-used notebook. This one's already missing a bunch of pages. Just be okay with drawing on lines. I know lots and lots of people that are totally cool drawing on lines. Drives me crazy. But if you're cool with that, a notebook works too. Composition books, another great, very inexpensive option. Spiral bound. This is a good option. I like this one. I think it's the best bang for your buck, and it's a good sketchbook for middle school. I like it. These are personally what I like to use too. Okay, so sketchbook, spiral bound. It can also be spiral bound on the top. Doesn't matter. Side, top, whatever you like. Okay. Now, some other ones you can get are what are called glue bound or tape bound, okay? They're great for pulling sheets out of, okay? But they're not as durable as those spiral bound ones I showed you, or even a spiral notebook. It's fine though if this is what you want. Eventually you just might need a rubber band or a binder clip to hold it together as your sheets slowly escape. Okay. The last option is a hardbound sketchbook. Okay. This is not necessary. Don't tell your parents I told you you had to get a hardbound sketchbook. But you can if you want. That's fine. They are the most durable. They're lovely. You cannot bend them over and just draw on one side though, like you can with a spiral bound sketchbook. Things to consider. I can take this spiral bound sketchbook, fold it under, and I only have one surface to worry about. With a hardcover bound sketchbook, I will always have this extra. Again, is that going to bug you? What do you want? Okay, all these options. I will say Five Below often has hardbound sketchbooks for $5. So that's a great option. Some other things to keep in mind. So I just went through those. We talked about price and durability. You want to make sure you get a good size. Okay. Most of them, not most, many of them are going to be like a 9x12. That's great. This one I believe is like 8.5 by 11, like the size of a regular piece of paper. That's fine. Think regular piece of paper size. That works better. You don't need to go bigger. I personally like the ones that are a little smaller, like 7x9, 5x7. Those are great. I wouldn't go a whole lot smaller than that though, because then you're just not going to have a lot of space to work. This little guy, while it's great and it's easy for traveling, there's not much room in it, okay? And you really want more room to draw and work. Okay, so try to stick to about the size of a piece of paper. All right, Make sure you just get drawing paper. Please do not get watercolor paper. It's more expensive. And it's not what we're going to be using for most of this. So, sketchbook. Simple paper together, about the size of a piece of paper. Okay? You may use a sketchbook that you already have. You're more than welcome to do that. You may also use a sketchbook that already has, it's halfway full. Whatever, finish it. That's fine. If one of your siblings has already taken art and has a used sketchbook they're not using, go for it. That's fine. I would suggest you do not use the same notebook as you are going to use for, say, math or social studies or ELA or something like that. Make it your dedicated art sketchbook, journal, paper thing, okay? So this is a thing you will need, a sketchbook. You will need to get and have a sketchbook. Try to make sure you get that knocked out before we start school's great. By the end of the first week of class is the bare minimum. All right? If you have any questions, shoot me an email, send me a message on It's Learning, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. See you soon.